So right now my guest is ready. I hope you're ready too. I hope you are actually ready as well. I am actually being joined by one one of the most amazing MCs in Canada, multi-award winning, somebody who I was nominated with, and I knew he was gonna take it home, man. So you're gonna know why, and we're gonna hear from the voice of Africa. So right now joining me is Mr. Bonderai. Mr. Bonderai, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Oh my gosh, thank you for joining. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it is morning on your end, and thank you so much for making it, man. I know it's so late.
It's all right, man. That's the prices we pay for our job.
I know. That's why I was like, you know what? At least let's have like, somebody who's been in the showbiz for the longest time. So you can tell us the sleepless nights, this where you have to wake up for such things, right?
You know? Definitely.
No, it's so good to have you and just to learn more about who MC Bonde is. And would you like to just give a brief background of who you are? And we know you're based in Canada. We know you're a multi-award winner, and we know you're the lead voice of Africa. Do you like to tell us some more?
Oh man, where do I start? It's always a tough question when somebody's like, tell us more about you. It's always like, where do I start? So I was born in Zimbabwe some time back.
Of course.
And
Okay. Oh, we already know you're not a Gen Z. That's fine.
we definitely not. Um I went to primary school. I grew up in Southampton in Harare in Zimbabwe,
Right.
partly in Southampton, and then moved to Braeside, Hillside kind of area, and Cranbourne in
This is the
Harare.
moment where we say, DJ Q Cash, where are you now? Eh? No, don't worry. I'll tell you about DJ Q Cash, one of our amazing hosts here. Really amazing.
Okay, so yeah, that's where I grew up. Those areas of Harare, and I went to school at Southampton Primary. Went to Nettleton Primary. Then high school, Form 1, I went to Cranbourne Boys High.
Oh,
And then because of being notorious of fighting too much, I was,
yo.
yeah, man. My mom said, we will sort you out. And lo and behold, they sorted me out very well. They sent us packing to a boarding school in Mutoko,
Yes.
Nyadire,
My wish.
straight to Nyadire Mission School.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay. So is it okay? Nyadire, is it? Are you Nyadire or Nyadire? Like I hear Nyadire, but then Nyadire, was that like
you know
a?
what?
No,
You know what? Everybody says it the way they want to say it. I think our elders were like kwa nyadire,
there you go.
and isusu kana tazoya manozi chiita masalad chichi tutangati nyadire nyadire. But as far as when I was there, everybody was just like nyadire nyadire or Nyasco Blues. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, so I went to Nyadire boarding school, and I gotta say that's where DJ Bonderai was born in 1995 when I was at Nyadire in Form 2, because I used to DJ at a lot of the school events. And we went to Hadzo.
Oh,
Hadzo
yeah,
is
yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
mission school in Mutare. So I used to play basketball. I used to play basketball a lot. So we went to Hadzo, and when we got to Hadzo, the DJ who was playing for the games, a lot of schools were there. The DJ was not good. So my friends were like, "Yo, just jump on and do your thing." So I went on, and as soon as I played my cassettes back then, TDKs, everybody went crazy. Everybody was standing on the wall when the other DJ was playing. But as soon as I played, everybody got up and started dancing, and it was just mayhem. So since then, I just decided, you know what, this is my calling. I gotta be in the entertainment business. So I started DJing. Back then, I used to carry CDs for other DJs. Some of your DJs that you might know from Zimbabwe, like rest in peace to the legend. I used to carry Peter John's CDs.
What?
I used to Yeah, I used to
Oh
roll with
yeah.
Kelvin Spelani because Kelvin Spelani's younger brother is one of my very close best friends
Uh-huh.
who I grew up with. His name is Namo. So I used to roll with those guys. And of course, the group that really made me a little bit bigger in the DJ scene in Harare was the Bad Boy Crew, which is Papa Lodza and Marvin, aka Benz. That was
Oh,
the
Papa,
crew that
you know Papa Loza? Wow, Papa Loza, shout out
Papa
to you.
Lodza is. He's like my mentor, to be honest with you, when it comes
Really,
to the
Mr.
DJing.
Giro.
Yeah, he's like my
Yes.
mentor.
Uh-huh.
So we go way back. Me and Papa Loads are way, and
Wow.
we've done shows together up until today. We keep doing shows. We meet up in the U.S. A lot of
Wow.
times. The last show we did was in Los Angeles and was amazing. But that crew
Uh-huh.
really made DJ Bonderai really bigger
Uh-huh.
back then.
Wow.
And then I moved to Canada back in 2000. Now, when I moved to Canada, I decided to just continue doing the DJing thing. However, a very good friend of mine here was like, dude, your DJing skills are okay, but your MC skills and you on the mic are out of this world,
Right.
you
I
know?
was just about to ask, so where did the MC part come?
Exactly. So that's how the MCing part came in because he was like, dude, your DJing is okay. It's not that good,
Ish,
but
man.
your MCing is out of this world. Shout out to TK Smooth.
Yes,
Uh,
TK.
he's the one. And TK, if people know TK Smooth, he's also from Zimbabwe.
He's into.
He's when you're close to him, when you're one of his people in his circles, he keeps it 100 with you. If you're messing up, he'll tell you.
Oh,
If you're
trust.
doing great, he'll tell you.
Trust. I've had my fair share.
Yeah, and those are the kind of friends you want to have in life. You know what I mean?
I
You don't want
know.
to have people who just criticize for the sake of criticizing. You know what I mean?
I
Because I
know.
see that a lot happening, especially on social media,
Yeah.
when people are sitting behind a computer and just talking trash
Uh-huh.
to other people or just commenting, just trash to other people, but it's not constructive criticism.
Right.
Now, TK gives constructive criticism, and he gave me that back back then, and I took it, thought about it, and I decided to go. And to be honest with you, I appreciate him every day because of him, I am who I am today now as Mr. Bonderai now. I'll let you know why we squashed the whole MC Bonde and DJ Bonde stuff.
Oh yeah, that question is actually coming. So shout out to TK Smooth, one of my cool friends as well. And yeah, you are so right. MC Bonderai Goody, yo, TK Smooth will tell you what you do not want to hear, right?
Yep,
And
yep.
and he has no way of sugarcoating anything.
He doesn't sugarcoat things.
And
He
that
keeps it 100.
exactly, and that is why we need him to come over here and talk to us and tell us how he developed those skills. You know what I mean?
Well, that's easy.
Because the
That's easy.
honest truth,
He's next up.
exactly, that's the thing. The reason why even when I decided to have tough love, I was like, you know what? We need to just tell each other the truth. Not to
Yeah.
sugarcoat each other, because that's how we grow, right? It's up to us to decide whether or not to take it and keep moving or just chill on one spot. But that was amazing for you to be taking good advice from such an amazing person in the showbiz as well. So does it mean that he was in the showbiz before you, or you guys
Well,
started
honestly,
around the same time?
no, he's kind of younger than me. So, I definitely was in the showbiz way earlier. But I think our paths were parallel in Zimbabwe. He was doing his own thing because he also started in high school, doing or planning events for his high school, which is the same thing I used to do as well at Nyadire as well.
Okay.
I was in the entertainment committee. He was in the entertainment committee. So I think we had parallel lives, and then we finally met, and then, we showed up in our different ways. He's more of a DJ / promoter, and I'm more of a host and MC and radio and TV host.
Right. Oh my gosh. So tell us now. You've actually been talking about the MC side of things, which is more of, actually, you haven't gotten into DJ. So I mean, into DJing in Toronto. So when did you decide, Kuti, okay, this is what I want to take up? Considering, Kuti, you know how our culture is, whereby you have to be a nurse, a doctor. Didn't you have to go through all that with your family, your parents, to say, Naya, Koman, Bonderai? Eh?
Oh yeah,
What are you
definitely.
saying? Like, what? Chi
Definitely.
DJ. You know, Kudara, Chi
You know,
DJ cannot be my guitar.
I know, right? You know what's crazy, to be honest with you, though? I still go through it up until today.
Are you
And
serious?
yeah,
Married, kids,
I say
family.
this in the most humble sense, as big as I am now in terms of what I do on commercial radio, being the first African on commercial radio in Canada playing African music,
Right.
and as much as I'm on primetime radio and now on primetime TV with Fever TV,
Right.
like yeah, there's still challenges and which come with that, you know what I mean? Because the thing is with this business, it's always tough. I wouldn't say I've made it, because once to say you've made it, I've said this to a lot of people, and always people have different opinions pertaining to this. To say you've made it, you have to be financially able to survive with the entertainment thing only. You know what I mean? You have to have had investments. You have to have saved up as much as possible in this business to say you've really made it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I haven't gotten to that yet. Imagine it, believe it or not, in the 25 years I've been doing this, that's how crazy the entertainment scene is. It's just an up and down thing, and you just try to stay afloat and survive. It's such a challenge in Canada, that is. If I had moved to the United States when I got contract offers and so forth, I would have made it. I would have blown up.
So
Because obviously
why
the
did
United
you not
States
go?
market is different than Canada.
So why did you not go to the States? Because obviously, like you said, you want to make your parents proud, considering the fact that they have up until now been telling you, but you know what? Like, what are you doing, guy? Like, I know family is family, right? And they want the best for us and stuff like that. And you have already made it in my eyes. Like, you already know. Every time I meet you, or the moment we're supposed to work together, I was like, oh my gosh, MC Bonde, I cannot believe this, because I look up to you. I look up to your work and everything that you do. But then if you had had an opportunity to go to the States, why didn't you take that?
Family decisions, had to stick with family down here or up here in Canada. You know, so I had to make that call of I can't move because I now have family up here, my own family now, you know, which I can't just uproot and leave. There was a lot of factors that held me back on that one. So that's why I just decided, you know what, I'll just stay here. And, you know, we are kind of comfortable in Canada now. Funny enough, we're talking now, October 9th, which is yesterday, marks 20 years I've been in Canada. You know, so after that long time, you get comfortable.
Happy 20 years to you, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, so you get comfortable, you know what I mean? So, and your family, and now kids are in school, and yeah, a lot of factors that, you know, you can't really just up and leave on the fly and stuff, you know what I mean? So
Wow, that is so awesome. Yeah, I totally understand. And, you know, that's why I say to single people who, you know, kind of don't have all those responsibilities, to say, you know what, run with your dream, run with your passion, because that is the only moment you have before you settle down and start having family and having to consult with, you know, your partner and people before making moves, right? Oh man, it feels like I think we lost our it sounds like we lost our guest here. Oh, let's see. Oh man. Okay, that was MC Bonde right there telling us of when he started being in showbiz, and you know his journey up until, you know, where I was about, the question that I was about to ask next, man, and then we just lost it right there. But let's just see if we can reconnect. And while we're at that, I just got, like a couple of messages here from DJ Lemon Flavor saying, I played in those games too. In games, do you mean like basketball, or you mean the gang, like the guys in terms of music, Manu Papalods and all that jazz? And then I went to Mutambara, and the game was called UMSA. Oh wow, okay. Do you mind elaborating on that? Actually, you mind elaborating on that? That sounds really cool. Okay, so our he is still on. Our MC is still on, but apparently he cannot hear us for now. So we're gonna try and rectify that issue. And as we rectify that issue, I am actually going to play old school for you. Old school. Let's go old school, baby. Let's go old school and play one of my favorite jams, which is you already know that's one of my favorite songs. I remember when one of our DJs, Samantha Claire, actually was on air, like, guys, Samantha, can you just play Jit Jive for me? Because I love Jit Jive, like Jit Jive like that. Anyway, we just have our MC back here, and so we can just finish off our interview before we can let him go, because it is actually way too late on his time, and I had actually promised him to say, you know what, at least 20 minutes. So let's just finish off with MC Bonderai. Are you back here, MC Bonderai?
I am back.
Oh, yeah. I am so glad. I'm like, no, I cannot be losing you yet. I'm just about to ask the juicy question, man. Yeah. So you were actually still, saying, your way. My question was you moving to the States, and you say because of family and all that jazz, and me ending up to giving advice to say, young people, or even just people who are not yet married, to go with their dreams right now, right? If you know that you have a passion, that you know, something that you might end up needing to seek advice in the future, to say, can I do this? Can we go there and move and all that jazz? I know it's kind of difficult once you have a family and have started your own family, but then you're still doing it, man, MC. You're still doing it. And now you've come back to television. Can you tell us about the switch from television to radio and now back to television?
I've been doing radio. It's now about 11 years now. I've been doing radio in Toronto. Was on a university radio station to start, 105.5 CHRY. It's now called Vibe FM. Started there. Actually, I should say, I started to really say radio. I started online. Used to be on online radio stations back in the day.
Okay. I think we're on the right path. Presenters, can you hear that? We're on the right path.
That's where it all started. That's where it all started. Online radio with chat rooms and everything. We used to have a big radio station online back in the day that we used to do shows. Shout out to DJ Losa. He's the one who got me onto the online radio thing. After a while, we then started our own radio station, myself and Washington Moyo, aka Wejira. We started he's out there in Alberta as well. We started our own radio station, and we did it for a while, and then, you just have, in this business, you have to grow and move forward, and sometimes you have to leave certain positions and go to bigger things and so forth. So I then moved to radio in Toronto, then moved to commercial radio, which is what I do on 98.7 here in Toronto now, Monday to Friday on the evenings. And then I used to do TV on Emmet TV, host an African Top 10 countdown. Also grew out of it and had to grow and move a different direction. I wanted to do, which I still want to do in the near future. My goal is to have my own TV show, my own talk show. So I've just been putting pieces together to work on that. Before I started it, Fever TV came along and offered me a good deal to host one of their shows called The Interactive Buzz, where I'm talking to African entertainers, interviewing them, and I also go to shows. Now, this is a tough gig because some of the shows that I have to go to and talk to the artists who are performing, or most of them, I'm hosting them. So it's kind of like I have to multitask when I get to these shows now. Not that we're doing any shows right now because of the pandemic, but once we start doing shows, I have to multitask and do both, which is not a problem at all, something that can be done. But that's what I'm doing on Fever TV now. I've interviewed, if we talk from Zimbabwe, Ja Praiser is my guy. I've interviewed him. There's actually a clip that's online of the interview that I just did with him. Interviewed DJ Tira and some of my guys from Namibia, The Dog or King TD, Gaza, from Botswana, V Mampizi, Mafiki Zolo, the duo. Those are my people as well. And a whole lot of other African acts that I touch or that I'm connected with because I've hosted their events and so forth, including Davido and Wizkid, just to name a few.
Right. Oh wow, that is so amazing, and that's great work. So you now, after mentioning all these people, like the people that you've mentioned that you've worked with, interviewed, and all that jazz, and seeing that they've been nominated, most of them they've been nominated for some awards in the States. Actually, I'm trying to look for the name of the awards.
Yeah, it's called the African Entertainment Awards USA.
Yes. So who or how are you voting? Are you able to tell us? Or it's, one of your secrets to say, no, I'm not going to say.
Well, no.
Yeah, because you know how people
know.
are burning.
I'm also one of those guys who keeps it 100. Those people who've listened to my shows and stuff, I'm pretty blunt.
Yes.
And I keep it 100 and straight up. Definitely going with Ja Praiser for being nominated in those African Entertainment Awards. I'm going to go with Ja and, get him to hopefully get an award as well. He's also nominated for the Afrima Awards. The Afrima Awards are also huge. They happen in Dallas, Texas. And coincidentally, I'm actually the voice of the Afrima Awards. So I'm the background voice. Yep.
Wow, that is so awesome. Yay. So Ja Praiser, there you go. He's got a vote from you. That is so super amazing. And before we go now, tell us on the new rebranding. We know MC Bonde. Even when I was actually, preparing to interview you here, and you just reminded me to say, Amanda, I just rebranded. Can we, change it to Bonderai? Why the change? Why Bonderai from MC Bonde? We're used to MC Bonde, and it's going to take a long time for us to get over that, and you already know that.
Not really. It doesn't take
my guy. After having MC Bonde for a long time.
Everybody always feels like, it takes a while when names are changed or when something is changed, but no, not really. So the branding, if you want a short answer to it, it's one word: growth. You know what I mean? It's just growth. You grow out of a certain phase in your entertainment career, and you go into a new phase of your entertainment career. So from just being MC Bonde, because I'm not only an MC now, I'm now doing a lot of things. I'm now acting as well. I have a few roles that I've played in some Nollywood movies. I've done quite a few music videos as well. I'm doing TV. I'm doing radio. I'm hosting events. I'm emceeing weddings and so forth. So with that being said, and the growth of my work, I just decided it's only right to move from limiting myself to MC Bonde just to Mr Bonderai.
Right.
And of which Mr Bonderai is the same as Mr Bonde, because the name Bonderai, I got it in Krembon. Because the reason why I got that name Bonderai, and everybody obviously shortens it to Bonde, so that people don't get it twisted. The reason why I got the name was because I do some dry jokes. So my dry jokes, my friends used to say, "Unongo Bondera, why don't you go Bondera all the time? Your jokes are so dry. Unongo Bondera all the time." And I used to crash a lot of parties. Like I would go into different neighborhoods in Harare, like Borodel, Maubra. We were the guys who would leave the afternoon club session and we'd go into those suburbs and we stop the car, turn off the car, and we listen where the music is coming from,
Right.
and we go to the party, and we go and we take over the party.
Oh my God.
You know, Saka, we used to
No.
crush a lot of parties. Saka, everybody used to say, "How don't go Bondera all the time? Don't go Bondera." So you know what? That's how I got that name.
Oh my, you know what's even funny? Why I'm even laughing? Why I'm laughing is now that you actually tell the backstory. It's weird because you know how Zimbos, the first thing when they hear that name is exactly what I thought. I was like, why? Like, why?
Yep.
I'm like, why?
Believe me, rest in peace to the legends. There's two people who have questioned me who are older than me with that. And those two people are Zimbabwean legends. One of them is Stella Chiweshe.
Wow.
And the second one who questioned me about that name and didn't come on my show until the last time he was in Canada was, rest in peace to the legend, was Oliver Mtukudzi.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
You know, he didn't, at first he didn't even like me because I used to host, in fact, I hosted all of his concerts when he came to Toronto.
Wow.
And they would be like, this Bonde, what is this Bonde stuff? You know what I mean? Because you thought maybe the Shona meaning of it, or the deep Shona meaning of Bonde being sex. You thought that's why I was named by that name. I'm like, no, that's not the case.
Right.
Shona has so many meanings. Like Shona has different meanings to certain words.
Right.
And I didn't get that name because of that. I got the name because my neighborhood friends, my neighborhood homies in Cranbourne used to say, "Don't go Bonderai, so we're gonna call you Bonderai." So I didn't even like it. I said, "No, guys, I don't like it." But you know how a nickname is. A nickname when you don't
better
like
love
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You better love it. You better love it.
Yeah. Well, no. Nobody likes a nickname. Nobody likes a nickname, but then it sticks. And then you end up giving up. You're like, I have no choice because everybody's just calling you that because they're actually taking shots at you and dissing you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people always do that. So it stuck. And so with the growth from DJ Bonde to MC Bonde, now to Mr Bonderai, it's just growth and just rebranding to move forward, and also I'm older as well. So the MC Bonde is the guy who used to MC in the clubs and put your hands in the air, go crazy and stuff. I don't MC clubs anymore. I only do now events like concerts and just weddings. I do a lot of weddings
and my wedding to come. Okay, thank you. I'm
and
just
your
booking
wedding
right
coming
away.
up and all that stuff,
No, I'm just booking in
and speaking
advance.
of weddings coming up for you, a lot of people were hitting me up on my social media, which is, by the way, at Mr Bonde1.
Right.
A lot of people were hitting me up. They were like, "Nai, so maybe your wedding is coming up real soon."
Now can I just give you the right to become my brother there for a second and scrutinize, please, and thank you.
I have to. Some of those, actually, you know what? Crazy enough, most of those comments were coming from people in Zimbabwe. So I don't know whether they just want you to bring them to Canada or what, but a lot of them were like, "Yo, Gianni Munuyo, what does she do? Who is she?" I'm like, "Yo, this is an interview. Just listen to the show."
Exactly. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you for ending with a bang, with a laugh, with the giggle, because it's tough love giggles. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, MC Bonde, and just getting to know your journey and, just the meaning behind Bonde. Like, thank you for clarifying that. Because some of us imagine if one person is thinking the other way, or maybe the Shona way, the Shona meaning of it, how many people thought of that, right? And clarification is always good, and it's so amazing to have you here.
Yo, I appreciate you, and I gotta say, hats off to you as well. I've seen you grow in the business as well, and I must say, you put in the work. So congratulations on the new gig. Definitely moving in the right direction with this. And also shout out to everybody at After 5 Radio, man.
Yay!
You guys are definitely coming up.
Guys,
Shout out to Mr. Anderson.
Yes!
He hit me up and we got a chance to talk a little bit on Instagram. So shout out to him and the whole team putting it together. You know, and as I mentioned when I posted my post, I love it when my own people from Zimbabwe, you know, in the entertainment business, you know, make it out here.
Yeah.
Especially media. I'm all about the media aspect of it.
I know.
So I always love it, and whenever I'm called upon to step in and, you know, do interviews or just chat or advice, I'm more than happy to do that. So shout out to everybody at After 5 Radio. Looking forward to listening in and hearing more. Of course, I'll be listening more to, you know, to this show.
And please do share this show and all the other shows. Oh, trust me, all the presenters, they have a lot to bring to the table.
I'm going to be biased and say I'll be listening to TLG. That's what I'm listening to.
I know, Tough Love Giggles. I love that. Yes. We should use that hashtag, right?
Oh, for sure.
For sure. And
I need a check for giving you that hashtag.
Thank you. Okay. Well, antitati pane vari kucampaign vanongouya ungoti brother man. You see now, brother man. Thank you so much, MC Bonde. But before you go, just one last advice. And now that you've mentioned the likes of me being on media and many other people who are just, you know, starting out to be in media, or I've always been in media, but then radio is a new thing to me, right? What advice would you give to somebody starting out to say, okay, how can I maneuver in this industry or go about this industry? Because it's not an easy industry to be in, for starters, right? And sometimes people have to start on their own until they meet a team or work with another team, right? So what advice would you give them for them to start up and keep moving?
Hey, my advice is always plan. Always plan ahead when you're doing your shows, especially when it comes to radio. You want to...
Oh, man. We've just lost the advice here. Can you hear me, MC Bonde? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh my gosh, if you're still there, it's saying waiting for call. I think it hung up again. If you have a second, feel free to reconnect again. But that was MC Bonde for you, and you've heard it for yourselves. For those who are asking, okay, like, why Bonde? Now you heard the backstory behind it, because myself, I was actually asking myself, I'm like, what? Why? Like, before, when I started meeting him, I was like, dude, why MC Bonde? Like, help me understand. And I was actually making fun of him most of the time. I was like, you know what? My guy, I don't get you now. But anyway, that was like a lovely moment with Mr. MC Bonde, who just came through here to tell us about his journey in the entertainment industry, how he started, where he started, and his rebranding. It was so lovely to learn that journey. And yeah, if he's gonna come back, I will just wait to hear that. Otherwise, thank you so much for everybody who tuned in for the interview. I am actually seeing from our After 5 family here saying dope interview, and the shout outs here. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Coach Tav, for listening, for tuning in. Andy, oh my gosh, you're amazing, guy. You're amazing. Thank you so much, and shout out to you. Sugar is also up here and also listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. And oh my gosh, guys, you need to stay listening, like stay tuned listening. After even Tough Love Giggles here, you're gonna listen to this guy. This guy is so phenomenal. If you haven't tuned in to Sugar's session, you're gonna have to stay tuned in, because he is amazing, and he is gonna be doing he's gonna be doing the top 20 artists. So if you haven't voted, you still have an hour and a half to still put in your votes, and we're still counting and waiting to count on your vote. And so as we proceed, I am going to be playing you a song by our very own in South Africa, Queen V and Soldier Love, Vavenji. Enjoy it.
Show what you talking about that and I show. They can hate it or love it. Vabengi, Vasinga, Kunyangwe, Vasinga. Show what you talking about that and I show. They can hate it, don't love it. Vabengi, vasingade, kunyangwe vasingade. Itawo, imbawo, sabenge mainjo tusi. Ichkawo, endawo, kunovura bisimusi. Shandawo, yevawo, penyu hasma saramusi. Usaite mavanizi, bakapura machisi. Imini ndiri queen, it's not easy to win. Just shanda like a running machine. I gotta be myself, nikutemberi kwangu inandina share. I feel my own class, I class my own class. Sandi fananize, nachi baba, tira yanarize. Apana, anoti farida kunde. Show it in the show, what you tongue that and I show. They can hate it, don't love it. Vabengi, vasingade, kunyangwe vasingade. Show it in the show, what you tongue that and I show. They can hate it, don't love it. Vabengi, vasingade, kunyangwe vasingade.
Sour my chouty, let me speak out. And the mango fake baka is a droughty. Nangani down, but you know the outie. Saka no doubt, cause I'm unbeatable, uncompatible, reliable. Kumango baba lusi bachi baba, she could be some fireball. She baba, now farida put it door. Ekoti, singadi, ninga singadi, wewe, kana singadi, as wewe kuti nangidi.
Oh no, we will do a comeback Willow with Queen V shortly, but we just want to finish off a second with MC Bonde before we can let MC Bonderai. Oh my gosh, you see, I need to get over the Bonde part of it, man. But we just got him back. MC Bonde, can you hear me?
I can hear you good, yeah.
Yes, you see now, I told you it's not going to be easy to let go of Bonde, yo.
No, it's easy. You just have to put...
The
That's
right
the thing
part of
about
it.
radio as well. Certain things, certain names change. You have to be ready to adjust right away. I don't know. I just have that instinct. I switch over real quick
Wow.
when it comes to these names.
Right. Oh no, you're good with names, that's why. So yes, we can just finish off with our advice here before I can let you go.
Yeah, for sure. So as I was saying on the advice, just plan. Always plan ahead. Plan ahead for your shows, and always keep your listeners engaged with questions and with interesting topics. As I was mentioning, that there are a lot of radio apps or radio websites that you can go to that have all information when it comes to content for what to talk about on radio and stuff like that. So it's definitely advisable to use the internet to your advantage when it comes to radio and you talking on air. But I feel that you definitely get the hang of it.
Oh, okay. I will certainly do that. Thank you so much. And everybody else who's also starting up or thinking, okay, how can I get into the entertainment industry? You heard it yourself from the one and only, amazing, award-winning MC. Oh gosh, not MC, Mr. Dude, you're gonna have to forgive me, man.
No, you're not the only one. It's okay. You get used to it. It's just programming it in your head. Mr. Bonderai, period.
Mr.
Or
Bonderai.
the best thing is when you're talking to someone and they've had a name change, write it down and let it be in front of you.
Okay. Everywhere I go.
That's how I do it.
Oh,
So
jeez.
that you remember it and you don't whatever. Because remember, there are guys who were called Little Wayne once upon a time, Little John,
Little
or
Bow
Little
Wow.
Red. Now they just or Little Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Now they just dropped it. So you have to adjust and just know that, hey, people's names are gonna change in this business. That's how just entertainment is, man.
Right.
Things change and evolve with time.
Okay, I'm going to be called Amy, full stop. Well, I'm
No, I
already
like
called
that.
Amy.
I know, I like the ThandoAmy. In fact, I like the no Thando. It's actually even better. It's original.
Fun fact. Can I tell you a fun fact? Fun fact is I've never been called by my second name, Notando. Ever. I had that name since I was born, but nobody ever called me by that. Until I put it on social media to brand myself. People no longer know Amanda. They know Notando. Imagine that.
Yeah, because it's original and it's a nice name. You know what I mean? It's original. It's a nice name, and definitely it fits you perfectly. You know.
Oh, thank you so much. But no, it was amazing so to have you here, Mr. Bonderai, and just to learn about your journey. And we look forward to more of what you have in store. And I know the pandemic kind of stopped a whole lot of things, but it was actually cool when I saw you presenting on what you call this, the one, the is it the festival that happens every year?
Afrofest?
Yes. I was like, wow, that was dope. You still got it done, even in the pandemic.
Oh yeah, we got the virtual part of it. Yeah, we had to do it virtually. Yeah, that went out well. Afrofest is the biggest African festival in North America, actually, with over 20,000 people coming through and stuff like that. It's always crazy. Last year we had Fali Pupa performing, and it was crazy.
Wow.
It was insane. So definitely a good look. And you know what? This year the Edmonton African Festival was supposed to start this year too.
Yeah.
So
I
the
remember.
Edmonton Festival, I was actually going to be hosting that too. And unfortunately, with the pandemic and stuff, it shut down everything.
Don't worry, they were just waiting for me to just train on radio, and then we can do it together, since we're supposed to do that.
That would be insane. But when one thing you've always said, you want to work with me and stuff like that. I told you this before when you interviewed me at another event, that I'm not sure about your dancing skills, because I haven't seen you really get down. Because I dance. It might be not as good, but I get, like right now, I'm on that Jerusalem moves right now. I'm doing those moves like no man's business.
My guy, go on my page. I did the Love You More dance challenge. So I guess that will actually tell you whether or not I can dance, but yeah.
I'm going to check it out right now.
And there's
Speaking
another
of social media, I want to send a shout out to your listeners. Hey, please follow me at Mr Bonderai. It's actually Mr Bonde1. That's MRBONDE and the number 1.
Yeah.
That's my handle on everything except Facebook. Facebook will not allow me to change my name, so it's still MC Bonde on Facebook.
Isn't the page?
No, even the name, even my personal the page. No, the page I can change. But my Facebook, my personal Facebook, it's MC Bonde, and they won't let me change the name, so you can go find me there. But Instagram, it's Mr Bonde1.
Yes.
And also I have the Mr Bonde Show on Instagram as well.
Yes, that is so awesome. And where can we watch like the new show that you're presenting for? Like you're presenting at the Viva TV?
Fever TV. Yeah. Catch the fever. So Fever TV, that show is on TV. So it's actually on DSTV.
Okay.
For those in Zimbabwe or those in Africa, it's on DSTV. And it's also airing on 23 countries in the Caribbean as well. So it's actually, you have to subscribe to it. It's on TV. It's not online. I think online you can probably see just clips and promo clips and stuff. Unless if you subscribe to it, so it's you can catch it out. It's fevertv.com, fevatv.com is the handle. So you can go check out the website and see more information about it. And also follow them on Instagram as well at fevertv.
Absolutely, we will do that. Thank you so much. I can release you now, which I know it is 1 a.m. No, almost 2.
Almost 2 a.m. Stop playing, girl. Stop playing.
Well,
almost 2 a.m. I'm going to bed.
That gives me some more love for you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming through.
It's a long weekend out here, so happy Thanksgiving
for
all the Canadians.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, gotta give thanks for life, because in this pandemic, gotta be thankful for life and just stay safe and stay healthy.
Right, that is so true, and that is so awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, appreciate you. Take care. And shout out to 5 Radio as well. Once again, shout out to everybody after 5. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Take care and be blessed.
Take care.
Okay, bye.